Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Life is good. Life is good backwards. Life is good forwards. I can see it forwards. You can see it backwards. Someday, I will have someone show me on my cell phone how to reverse my screen or so my backgrounds appear facing the right direction. Somebody's given me feedback on that. And given that I am visually impaired, it has not been a priority to figure that out. Do I think about it? Does it niggle at me in the back of my mind and bother me? Sometimes, but not often enough that I've actually made it a priority to fix. So life is still good, whether it's backwards or forwards, whether we're in a pandemic or whether we're living our everyday life. Today, I'm thinking about life throwing us curveballs, and then what do we do about it? And I say, if life throws you a curveball, get up and go. I'm actually starting, it's April 1st, 2020, and I am starting a 30-day free challenge to help people get up and go. Because every single person I know, every person I've talked to over the last several weeks is kind of been up in the air with their life and their everything, their work, their life, their businesses, their jobs, their kids at home, out of school. Everybody that I know and have talked to has been impacted by the current COVID-19 situation. And it's a huge curveball. Not that we've been misled, to throw somebody a curveball means to mislead or lie or to be surprised in an unpleasant way. And I guess a lot of us have been surprised by this pandemic in an unpleasant way. Unpleasant in that it has upended our lives and our existences, our ability and our freedom to do what we want, when we want, where we want, with whomever we want, wearing whatever we want. It's upended that. And whether you feel good or bad about that is 100% entirely up to you. But whatever you feel about it, whatever you're experiencing, at some point you have to stop, take a really big deep breath and say, okay, this has happened. I have no control over it, but I do have control over what am I going to do about it, what I can do about it, what am I going to do about it. And so I decided, since it's going to be another month, my granddaughter and I headed into this together thinking it was going to be, a couple of weeks, and we were all excited about it. Now we're still excited about it, but we've got a whole nother 30 days for sure. The president said we're tightening and we're staying at home for another 30 days. So what are we going to do with this 30 days to make sure that we are absolutely positively better off and more prepared for the world that awaits us if we're home working, or if we're home waiting, if we're home because we've lost our jobs, if we're home because we have to be with our kids, if we're home because we're just being socially responsible and taking care of not only ourselves but other people that are vulnerable. If we have a stay at home or safer at home or whatever we have in the different states, as we're doing that, there are things that we can be doing to ensure that from April 1st to April 30th, we make a massive personal shift and pivot, a massive personal change that will set us up for incredible success as the world starts to open up again. Now, the world isn't going to go back to what it was before. Sorry, bearer of bad news here, but it's not going to. Our world is now and forever changed, and we and our businesses and everything else needs to change and be ready and prepared to go forward with what the new world's going to be like. What's that going to be like? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did, but I don't. But I do know that there are things that each and every one of us can be doing to be prepared, to be ready, to be of great value and of great service as we come out of this. And the more valuable you are, the more of service you are, the better you are going into it, the more you'll be rewarded as we come out of this. So even if you've lost your job and you're at home and you're freaking out because you don't know how you're going to make the bills, the mortgage, the groceries, or anything, this is something that you can do to focus on what you can do, not on what you can't. So Get Up and Go starts today. I might record it right after this. I haven't decided what time of day I'm going to do it yet. I actually set up a Facebook page called Get Up and Go and a Facebook group called Get Up and Go, where we'll, of course, me and my challenges, I do an action item, a daily action item every day. So in the group, we'll do the daily action item. And I didn't plan it out. I was going to map out and have like a scavenger hunt. Sometime during the 30 days, we will do a scavenger hunt. I don't know how many days it's going to be. If you have any ideas, hit me up. Should it be 7? Should it be 10? Should it be all 30? Don't say it'll be all 30 because I can't do a clue today. I could. There's no such thing as can't. But I am not prepared to set up a 30-day scavenger hunt, have all the clues and everything prepared today, because a scavenger hunt is kind of something you can't just wing it. You have to have a plan, it mapped out ahead of time, kind of like a treasure hunt. You have to have the map and where you're going to bury the treasure, and then you have to create all the clues to get people to that. So scavenger hunts the same way. They're super duper fun. I love them. Doing one on the live challenge workshop right now, which ends today, by the way. Today is day 10 of the live challenge workshop. And the scavenger hunt, we'll see who wins that prize. I'm pretty excited. That's a pretty cool prize. $25,000 value prize with that scavenger hunt. So if you want me to do a scavenger hunt, let me know that in the comments below, and then I will figure out, and I don't think it's not going to start today. I'm just going to say I'm not going to commit to having it start today, because the 4-year-old will be here soon. So I have to be a little bit realistic in my expectations of myself. So working on that. Doing the 365-day fun everyday challenge, and that was about drawing your left hand. Now, I drew my right hand yesterday. Yesterday was draw your right hand, a portrait of your right hand. Today was draw your left hand, you know. And are these silly little things? Yes, but guess what? Sometimes we need silly little things to do, or we need to think about things that we're grateful for or happy about, or remember pleasant memories. Isn't it interesting that as human beings, and I don't know if you do this, but I know I do this, it is so easy to come up with all the bad memories, the things I've failed at in the past, especially if I'm looking at doing something new. All of a sudden, I want to do something new, I get an idea, and every mistake I've ever made comes popping into my head from my subconscious as if it's a gift of all of my failures and disappointments in myself. Boom! We need to stop that nonsense and start pulling up all the amazing things that have happened to us in our life, because we've all had probably way more amazing things that have happened to us in our life, probably 10 times more good, positive, happy, amazing things that have happened in our life than bad things. So why and how do we flip that switch to have all the good things come flying into our life and into our memory and our imagination whenever we want to start doing something new, instead of negative things? Wouldn't that just up our confidence and up our ability to get things done? Of course it would, pandemic or not. So new challenge starting today, because I gotta always seem to have some challenge going on. Working with 2 new team members for my group coaching program. Super excited to have them on board. There's gonna be, I'm gonna let you in a little secret about Pajama Grandma. I've been wanting to kill her off for a couple of years now, so probably in the very near future she will meet her demise, meaning the PGs, the robes, the pajamas, everything will go away. Why? And I'll talk about why and how in a later episode, but for right now, be forewarned, Pajama Grandma is going to die. She's going to die. We will miss her. She will be sorely missed. But she's going to die, and that opens up a whole bunch of cans of worms, since my podcast is called Pajama Grandma Podcast. So we'll probably just get rid of that and replace the name with something different. Would love to know any names that you think would be good or appropriate. Again, it's kind of a weird podcast because I do the fun challenge every day. I do the Supersize Your Business, which is now kind of Save Your Business. It's both supersize if you're still working and save your business if you're not. It's kind of going both directions. But guess what? It's the same process, whether your business is shut down or whether your business is kicking butt and taking names right now because you're so busy you're beside yourself. The things that you need to do to be successful and to improve your business are the same. They're the same. They're the same whether you're just starting out. They're the same whether you've been in business for decades or whatever. The foundational things are the same. The specific things that you might be doing or focusing on are different and change as your business grows or what stage your business is in. But the foundations are the same for everything. And the process that you use is the same over and over and over again for success in your industry. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got today. Go out, make it an absolutely amazing day. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Just ask, or direct message me, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. That's H-O-R-N-E with hyphen, capital E-L-L-S-T-R-O-M. You can just kind of Google me, right? I told somebody to Google me the other day. They asked me, I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but ever since this pandemic started, all of the people that are looking for company are showing up on platforms that I think it's inappropriate to. And I'm just going to say that right out. I think it's inappropriate that people are hitting women up, and it's been going on forever. It just seems like it's increased on platforms like LinkedIn. People, LinkedIn is for business people and professionals. It is not a dating service. Sign up for one of the dating services. Pay your money and go look for dates. Not on LinkedIn. Facebook, I just have been deleting people for so long for that. It's not even funny. But come on, if the platform is a business platform, do not hit people up. It's about building business relationships, not personal relationships, if you know what I mean. So maybe that's just my little pet peeve and irritation today. Go out, have an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.